Hey there, it's Casey Dimon here from TaxSaleAcademy.com. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. In this video, I'm going to be answering this week's question, which is from Joel. He wanted to know if he should set up an LLC now or if he should wait until he has purchased a few properties before he sets that same LLC up. Joel, first off, thank you so much for your question. I do want to note that I am not an attorney. I'm not a CPA, so be sure you ask the appropriate counsel to make the best decision for you, as everybody's just a little bit different and specific situations will require specific answers from your counsel. So if you are not familiar with an LLC, it's a limited liability company. There are a number of advantages with using LLC to invest in real estate, with the primary reason for most people being the asset protection that will provide you while still allowing for pass-through taxation, so you're only going to be taxed one time instead of twice. So in this type of situation, you will own the LLC, and then the LLC will own the real estate that you'll be purchasing at a tax sale, auction, or OTC, or wherever else. Now, I've done videos about LLCs before, so if you'd like to learn more about LLCs, just go to my YouTube channel, type in the letters LLC, and you're going to come across a few of those videos. But back to today's question from Joel. Should you form that LLC now, or should you wait until you have a few properties under your belt to make sure you like it and then form the LLC? So an LLC is a legal entity and it must be treated as such. They do take time and money to set up, and then they'll have to be accounted for on your yearly taxes, which also takes time and money. Setting up an LLC, although relatively easy in most states, is going to be a serious decision because you must do it correctly and you must play by the government's rules. It's not something you just decide to do one day and you kind of just forget about it and don't want to mess with it any longer when you decide you don't want to, right? So as far as forming the LLC before investing, it really depends on the specific investor. And again, this is not legal or financial advice, but generally it's going to be a good idea for most people to set up that LLC prior to buying your first property. So in this business, what I would do is I'd wait until you've learned the ropes. You've learned about investing, maybe attended an auction or two, and you've researched some properties. When you think that you are confident and you're comfortable investing in tax-sheltered real estate and you're ready to go, then you should set up that LLC. I would not suggest doing it prior to even learning about tax sale investing, just because you're out excited, right? Because you want to get going. But I wanted you to take the time to understand this business before you actually set up, because I don't want you to waste your money if you decide you hate it or you don't want to get involved. So of course, you can invest without an LLC. I've done it before, and there are specific reasons that you might want to do this. But one of the most important aspects will involve exactly what you'll be buying. You have to understand, we do LLCs a lot of times for liability. The liability behind a vacant lot in the middle of the forest where nobody's ever going to see it is going to be much, much lower than the liability behind that dilapidated factory you bought in the middle of the city. That's the town's eyesore and is used as a makeshift drug house, right? Understand where I'm coming from here? You have to use common sense, of course, when you think about the properties you'll be investing in based on your research. So while I personally think that some sort of holding entity is always going to be a good idea, if you are going to do a few deals in your personal name before investing the time and money into setting up that LLC, make sure you use common sense about it. Don't buy something that's just going to become a legal nightmare for you. So again, if you're looking to start investing, before you do anything, make sure you actually want to get into this business. And if you're ready to go for it and you're confident and you're comfortable and you know that the deals exist in the areas that you're looking at, go ahead and set up your LLC. But if you don't want to do that, just understand there is going to be some liability on your shoulders potentially. So be careful what you invest in your personal name. So Joel, I hope this video has helped you out. If you have another question or anybody else watching this video has a question, feel free to leave it down below in the comments and I'll definitely answer the question. I might just shoot a video just like this one. For more information on tax sale investing, head on over to my website at TaxSaleAcademy.com. There's also a whole bunch of links down below in the show notes that will help you get started on your quest for tax sale success. Hey, take care, folks. Bye-bye.